Well, welcome back. Hey, Dimitri, thanks for sharing on this feedback on the DBK player Starship. I'm very excited about this. We're getting super close. So let's jump in and I'll give you some of the feedback. All right, let's see. This thing's on. That's a good sign. You know what we're missing? We're missing my brain cavity. Hang on one second. Hey, we need a few, some tunes. Some little tunes. Some stream beats by the Harris Heller crew. Free and royalty free, so you can use them for your stream. Good stuff. I appreciate Harris and the fact they do this. All right, now that we got that kind of rolling, should be the case. One second. Yeah, perfect. Excellent. Okay, cool. So, all right, let's see here. Things that we're looking at that came from the last round of feedback. So this is an engine. That's what we're looking at here. So Dimitri, I totally get it. I also spent probably a good 30, 35 minutes trying to get each of the Starship images in the sprite sheet aligned as well, to be perfectly aligned. And that half pixel is basically that there's in Photoshop, one of these ships, I think is the bottom row now, is basically on a half pixel line, and that half pixel then creates a shift when it iterates through the images in the sprite sheet. So stylistically, I also tried for the shifting, but I also want to have a static ship. So when you pass me the Photoshop file, I will also take a swing at this. So with seeing if I can maybe fiddle with it a bit to get a better alignment across the cells. I think about those cells or each of the images. We can also try to top align the image in its own texture on the top border, and then that will then shift everything up, hopefully, to be on an even. I mean, mathematically, these should all be there for on the pixel lines. So we can try that too for the next delivery. I like basically, here we go. So I think we're gonna keep the lower ship design bits. We have the engine flame right now too. So I've been experimenting, Dimitri, with a bit more of like a blue exhaust or a white blue. I don't really like the shape so much here, but I'm gonna work on that still. But I think what I'm looking for, so if you could do let's do a hotter bluish white with like a blue outline, I think, or maybe a blue halo bit. But otherwise, for the most part, like where we're at with it, I think we're probably pulsating a tiny bit too fast. I also really enjoy that we did actually, the engine movement turned out to be better than I expected it to be. So that's super cool. Super happy with how everything now is rotating in the middle, so that is also very good. One bit of feedback: let's try rotating the key to be along the vertically aligned with the no, not vertically aligned, basically aligned. Let me see. So this is sort of horizontally. So let's try the top of the key here and then bring it down this way. That might give us a bit more pixels for the resolution, because the key, we know what it is, but it's just totally falling apart. You never get this close, ideally, to the image in engine, but it's to the point where it just winds up being some noise. But let's see if we can rotate it and use the little extra width we have for the wing and align it to that. So let me see, what else did we have here? So that was that. I like the jiggliness of the ship. We'll work on, let's try that alignment again there. Don't worry about it too much. Like I said, I'll fiddle with it from my side. And then, yeah, the last thing. So, so we took a swing at the glow. And the thing is that for the most part, this is just for me, this is my preference, Dimitri. So what I really appreciate is that when a glow, so you start from 0, the glow fades up to full glowiness, if you will, at the middle point of the animation, and then fades down to 0 again. So then you have this nice curve of always going from basically 0 to your brightest transparency level. So I did a very, very quick mock-up of this in After Effects. So this is a 12 frame glowy bit here. So you can see it here. And then when I flip into the engine, you can see, oops, I'm using it as an item real quick. So let's take a look here. Loop. Is that Yeah, okay. So this isn't even quite right for me. The frames are a little bit off, but you can get a sense for that. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking for. A little bit more brighter glow, especially the glow should be, should even be, what I'm imagining, right, is the glow kind of comes out to this range. Again, it expands and contracts and expands and contracts. So and then yeah, so we have 12 frames, so let's use that over there. So that's the other piece of feedback. Other than that, let me double check. Thank you so much for trying to also wrestle through that half pixel line issue with Photoshop. I did some digging as well, and I couldn't quite get it aligned as well. So I was like, well, maybe Dimitri will get this. So it's kind of funny that it's kicked us both in the butts. Other than that, I think maybe just holistically as well, like we can sort of live with it, but that's usually not my style. I like to have the choice, and I think we can solve it. So, but don't worry about it. I'll take care of it on my side. Yeah, I think those were the big notes. Yeah, we're super close. Zay is really enjoying it. She's finally back on the mend. She's suffering from the COVID as well. Luckily it's a mild version, but she's feeling much better. And so we'll have some more of the other art turnarounds for you too, probably over the weekend for us. So, but she was super excited about the state of the ship because she's been gone for about a week and came back to see all the progress we've made. Super, super cool. Also, Dimitri, just to give you a sample, right? Like if you're looking at the SMHUP here in this case, right? You can see like, it's not quite right with the way I'm thinking about the bullets, but they have this nice kind of flickery, like red glowy bits. But yeah, those I don't know, we'll call them dark wizards. So those dark wizards, we're gonna have fun repainting the frames and then turning them into our own style. So I'm really excited about that. That stuff is coming. I'm laying the tracks down for us to essentially have enemy types. You see these guys a little bit right here. So yeah, so enemy types. And so, these are some enemy types that we're dealing with here, right? So, and this is all leading up to Shrivas's mountain, right? So, we're gonna have fun, I think, reimagining some of these, these sort of like, these are references, right? And then, same thing, they'll have about the same amount of frames, but then we'll translate this into our style and really bring them together. So they're kind of like this weird mechanical, ropey dark wizard, kind of thing, which I get excited about. Yeah, so this stuff is coming. Also, I think you probably haven't seen this one yet. So here we have, and then I'll get out of this because we're supposed to be talking about ship design. I'm being bad right now. So, but here we have this like wheel, and it's gonna be super cool because I think with this like wheel thing, it has these spines. I'll show you it in real time in a second. But I also imagine we can basically create a little bit of noise with the tendril bits, and then we have it's almost like an eye in here. So we're gonna have fun also translating this into kind of our style and making it our own. So we got some cool design bits there. So you can get an example. These guys are gonna come up in a second. Come on. Ooh, it came up on my way. It came right up on me. Oh my goodness. That's because we started here, they're supposed to start further out, but you can get a sense for kind of like what they're doing. They got those spine bits, of course, and just some craziness. So anyways, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, Dimitri. I'm looking forward to the next iteration, and talk to everyone soon.